my name is Donovan, and today I want to address a question that I've been asked by a lot of people in the comments section of my original video for the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2. And that question is, how accurate is the GPS? So that's what we're going to take a look at tonight. We're going to be comparing it up to the watch I'm wearing right here. So this is the Coros Vertex. Basically, for the last 5 or 6 days, I've been wearing both of these watches, one on my right wrist, so the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 on my right wrist, and the Coros Vertex on my left wrist. And so I'm going to go ahead and compare these two up and basically just show you the maps and show you that they do show quite a bit of difference, and that's what we're going to take a look at in just a little bit. But first I want to go ahead and show you the settings that I'm using the watch under. So first of all, one thing that's really cool is that if you use the actual Samsung Health app, you can see that it will let you know when it's locked in. So basically that'll stop blinking, the heart rate will stop blinking, it'll let you know when you're locked in, and then you can go ahead and go in here and start your workout. But if you hit these little the three dots there, it's going to take you into your running settings. And I did want to point out here that every time that I've gone for a run with the watch, I've been using the high location accuracy. So I want to make that point. That's really important to note because obviously if you want the best results, you want the most accurate location. So I went ahead and used high location accuracy. All right, so that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the map and the results I've been getting from the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2. So I'm going to go ahead and go into this workout. This was from yesterday. So I just went out for a 36-minute run, basically a 5-mile run. You can see it came out at 4.9 miles, 36 minutes, 10 seconds. And here is the exact same result with the Coros Vertex, so 5.04. So that's a difference of 14/100ths of a mile, which probably doesn't seem like a whole lot, but over the course of an entire marathon, you multiply that by about 5, and basically you're losing about a half a mile there. So that can be a pretty significant difference, and that's going to, of course, affect your pace. So if you look at my average pace here, it was 7:09. You look at my average pace here, and it says 7:22. Now that's actually a pretty big difference between 7:09 average and a 7:22 average. So that could really kind of throw you off if you're like going for a marathon and you're trying to hit a certain pace. That could definitely be a big difference. So let's go ahead and take a look at why that is. So I want to go ahead and show you the map on this particular workout. I gotta actually hit the map thing. All right, so I'm gonna zoom in here, and you can see where I was running. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of follow along here. So this is the path I took. Actually, I started off going this direction, and you can see right here on this turn, you can see how it kind of took a big cut there. So I did not run at that big of an angle, and what you're going to see is that pretty much every major turn here, so this is the road, and you can see that it cut here and then it cut here. So it's what's happening, and this is what I believe to be true, and obviously this is not my scientific explanation of what's going on here, but what I believe is happening is that when you take a look at every corner, again, it's just kind of cutting off a little bit. So I actually went obviously right down the road and then over. So I did run on the sidewalk here, so that's why probably why it's a little off the road. But here I did not cut that much of a corner, and so you're losing just a little bit of distance at every corner. And what I want to show you, and the reason why I'm pretty sure that's the case and that's what's happening here, and you're losing just a little bit. So like notice that on this particular route there were quite a few turns, and so as a result, that's why I'm losing that 0.14 of a mile. So now let's go ahead and go into another workout. So I want to go into a workout from the day before. So this was a 6-mile run, so this one gave me at 6.02, but notice basically this was just like an out and back. There were basically 2 turns and then a turnaround here when I got to the freeway and then back. So basically only 6 total turns in that run. So notice 6.02 miles, 6:53 average. Now I'm going to go over here into the Coros Vertex, and notice it says exactly 6.03, and where's that? 6:53 mile average. So on a route where basically I had no turns, you can see that they were basically exactly the same. So the difference here is 1/100th of a mile and exact same pace. So that's pretty telling because of the fact that basically with this route there were very, very few turns, and so as a result the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active, even on high location accuracy, managed to stay dead on with the Coros Verdix, and that's because the Coros Verdix is basically taking a lot more repetitive GPS location readings, whereas over here, even on high accuracy location, it's obviously just not taking as many readings, and so that's why when you come over here to like a corner, and you might even be able to see it on this one, when I came up to a corner, notice that it's taking a reading here, and then I kept going here and turned, but it's taking the second reading here, and so it's making a straight line there. So it's even on this one, it's cutting off just a little bit here. And so in the end, the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 is a good GPS watch. The problem is, and this is something that Samsung can fix with a app update. So Samsung, if you're watching this video, you do need to make this update. If people are choosing to use high GPS accuracy or high location accuracy, they really should truly make it high location accuracy, meaning I would say every second, every 2 seconds, and obviously that's going to burn your battery, and this watch doesn't get the best battery, but still, if I want high location accuracy and I want the most accurate reading of the run I actually did, then that's going to be obviously the way to go. And I think that Samsung can make that update, maybe make it a 1 second update or a 2 second update on the location, and it would be able to fix this GPS issue. Now, the other question that people get is the heart rate. And what I'll say is that basically the heart rate sensor between these two has been pretty darn accurate. I still need to do a little bit more testing with this one. I've really only compared it up to this watch when it comes to heart rate, but overall, between these two watches, basically there's only about maybe 3 or 4 at the most I've ever seen is probably like a 5 heartbeat difference between the two. Generally, they're both pretty much spot on with what I'm feeling while I'm running, and after running for a long time, you can definitely kind of know your heart rate. So I've been running long enough with heart rate sensors that I know pretty much exactly where I'm at. So I did want to show you just a third run where I did both of these watches. So here was a run from 3 days ago, so 5.47 miles, 709 average on that watch, on the Coros Verdix. Come over here onto the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2, and you can see that that one cut off 0.13. But again, notice that the route that I did had a lot more turns, and so that's why it's cutting it off. And here, again, you can see the average here is 717 versus 709. And what I've noticed is that on the straightaways, the actual paces tend to be pretty similar. So if I go down here, notice that the individual miles, so 742 versus 747, but then the second mile was much more straight. There were very few turns in that second mile, so it was 708 and 707. So those were much more on par with each other. So basically that's pretty much what's happening, is that this one's just not taking enough readings. So if you don't mind that, and if you don't mind waiting for Samsung to hopefully make that update, then obviously the Active 2 is going to be just fine watch. And if you don't need the most accurate GPS, then obviously it's going to be a perfectly fine watch for you. However, if you're somebody who really wants it to be dead on, you're going to want to go, I would say right now, with something like the new Garmin watches. So I've been reviewing the new Garmin watches like the Vivo Active 4. Hopefully soon I'll have the Vino as well, and those definitely give you more accurate GPS, and the Coros watches definitely give you more accurate GPS. Now, again, it can be an update that comes in the near future with the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2, but for some reason, they've chosen not to give you as many readings here, even on high location accuracy. So anyways, I hope this video has been helpful for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.